Hi, I'm Dr. Lois Frankel with another tip to help you to tell people to go to hell so they look forward to the trip. You know, we got some criticism a couple of weeks ago from somebody who said, that's not really a tip to tell people to go to hell. That's just how to express yourself. Well, you got to think broadly about this, okay? It's a metaphor for how women can really say the things that they most want to say and get the things that they most want to get. And for many times, for women, just asking for what they want can feel confrontational. So I want you to think broadly, and this week I want to give you a very simple tip that women do naturally anyway, so it should be easy for you. And it's the WD-40 that greases the skids for telling people how to go to hell, and it's called building relationships. When you need a relationship, it's already too late to build it. So you need to constantly be building relationships throughout your workday, and it's fairly simple to do. I want you to practice what I call doorway conversations. This is when you stand in someone's doorway or at the entrance to their cubicle, and you ask them something that is totally unwork related, or you have a conversation that's totally unwork related. And I remember one time I did this, where I saw somebody had a picture of himself on an all-terrain vehicle, an off-road vehicle, on his desk. And I remember saying, I didn't know you liked to do that. And I want to tell you, this started him telling me about his whole history of how he likes to do off-roading. And from then on, I was really able to ask him questions about what he did for the weekend, and I learned something in the process. And it wasn't hard to do. It was pretty interesting for me. So what I want you to do is the exact same thing. Look around what people have around and maybe make a comment on it. Or maybe you know something about them that makes them an expert at something. Like, for example, maybe one of the guys in your office is a gourmet chef. And so you go to him and you stand in the doorway and you say, hey, look, my mother-in-law is coming for dinner next weekend, and I need a recipe that would be easy enough for a beginner but good enough to really impress her. Asking questions like this and talking to people about things that are important to them, that's what really builds sound relationships. And you need to be doing it all the time, because remember, when you need a relationship, it's too late to build it. I'm Dr. Lois Frankel, and I'll be back next week with another tip for how you can tell people to go to hell so they look forward to the trip. Have a good week.